Hi, and welcome to this very short demonstration of ContractPod AI. ContractPod AI is a complete end-to-end contract management tool that can help organizations create contracts, manage requests, store them, report on them, sign them using DocuSign, manage approval workflows, and even actually review them using AI technology. But I'm going to quickly show you how easy it is for a user in the business to create a contract based on standard templates. Now, we're looking at the web browser version of the system, and this is the version that legal teams would typically use because these guys, more often than not, do not use Salesforce. However, for business users that do use Salesforce, we have a native Salesforce app. So they can actually create contracts from within the Salesforce environment without ever having to leave that environment. And any contract they create here or any action they trigger, whether that's an approval request or some kind of contract related request, that is automatically reflected in the web browser version that the legal team use. So if we look very quickly within a typical account, so let's have a look at Unilever here. You can see that this is the standard layout of the account page that the Lightning version of Salesforce will use. We also have a classic version of this app, if you would prefer to use the classic version. But we have added a contracts tab here, so you can access the existing contracts that the client has within the accounts page. You can also access all the contracts that the user can access all the contracts they've got permission to view through the My Contracts tab, which we have added to Salesforce. In terms of creating a contract, you can either do that from within an account, so you can do it through this new contract tab here, or from within an opportunity itself. So let's create a sales agreement for Unilever. So let's pick out the contract type, the contracting party, select the relevant details. I'll assign this to myself. Hit save and continue, and I've now created a searchable record within the repository. I've not created the contract yet, but I've created a searchable record within the contract repository. I can then pick out the version of the template, and you can have multiple versions for each contract type. And that then allows me to load the variable questionnaire. And this is where the user populates the actual variables within the contract itself. Approval processes or approval mechanisms can be built into this process, so the user is working within an approval framework at all times. If they stray beyond that approval framework, then legal or some other user can be notified. I can save and generate the contract, and that will create version 1 of the agreement. Now this is just a dummy sales agreement template that we've used, but the agreements we would use with Ascential would be based on your existing Word templates. So they will be far more sophisticated, and really they can take any form because they're based on your Word templates. Now, if you are lucky enough for there to be no negotiation and you're ready to sign, you can simply check out and either choose to upload a signed version of the agreement if the other party prefers to sign manually, or you can actually send for electronic signature using DocuSign. We've got DocuSign built in. It comes as standard with the license fee. And the really clever thing about the integration we have with DocuSign is that when the contract is fully signed, the fully signed version is automatically uploaded onto ContractPod AI. So not only are you reducing the overall signature cycle, but you're also cutting down on the administration time within the tool. Now, if we go on to the web browser version of the tool that the legal team would access, and this version has actually got more functionality, things like reporting and an administration panel and all sorts of other stuff that the business user wouldn't necessarily need. But let's have a look at the contract repository, My Contracts. And in here at the top, you can see we have the contract that we have just created on the Salesforce app. So this has been actually reflected within the web browser version. So all contracts created on Salesforce will be available in this web browser version. You'll have a fully comprehensive repository of all contracts, all documents, and once the documents are in here, once the data is in here, you can, like I say, produce extremely detailed reporting and analytics. Dates can be managed. You can really have a full overview of all contracts within the organization. So there is far more that the system can do. This is a very brief look at one area of the tool, but I hope it provides you with a bit of an understanding of how it could benefit Ascential's requirements within contract management. Thank you.